Brilliance Audio presents Blood and Smoke, a true tale of mystery, mayhem, and the birth of the Indy 500, by Charles Leerhsen, performed by Rob Shapiro. All these years later, his heart still swells with pride for his father, who won the Indianapolis 500-mile race. When he opens the door of his place down near Orlando, the son doesn't so much greet you as present you with his smooth and pleasant face, turning it a bit this way than that, wanting you to notice how closely he resembles Dad. You gasp obligingly, and he smiles, as in a card trick. The son says he is waiting for the cleaning lady, but the house is immaculate. The father was fastidious, small-built, and dapper with a pencil mustache, like a lot of race car drivers of his day, and the house is a fitting shrine to him, though he never lived there himself. Scattered throughout the rooms are framed photographs of Dad, miniature automobiles, laminated documents, scrapbooks with crumbling clippings from long-gone barbershop magazines, Argosy, Saga, True, and even yellower telegrams of congratulation. When you win the Indianapolis 500, people start laminating your documents, and it just goes on from there. Once, across vast swaths of America, the race was the most anticipated event on the calendar apart from Christmas. Every Memorial Day, as many as 400,000 spectators packed themselves into the Speedway, a 2.5-mile rectangle with curved corners, located not in Indianapolis, technically, but in Speedway, Indiana, population 12,594, a suburb about 5 miles northwest of the capital. The mobs were no doubt drawn to the race in part by the loud and sexy cars and the usually quiet and, by definition, sexy men who drove them at speeds of 75, then 150, and, as the years went by, well above 200 miles per hour. Americans love cars, of course, and speed and competition and sunshine and pork tenderloin sandwiches. But no one has ever been able to explain exactly why so many people feel so passionately about this particular race, which involves esoteric machines and arcane feats of mechanical engineering, as well as the occasional fiery death, and which does not even determine the championship of the Indy car circuit. I don't know why Indy became such a phenomenon, former Speedway President Joe Cloutier once said, but I do know it's a fragile formula that we don't want to mess with. Until 1986, not messing with the formula meant keeping the best-attended sports event in America off live national TV, the better to preserve that robust gait. So in the 60s and 70s, as the cool, low-slung roadsters gave way to fierce-looking rear-engine racers, and the Speedway found itself flooded with future immortals like A.J. Foyt, 4 wins, Al Unser, 4, and his brother Bobby, 3, Johnny Rutherford, 3, and Mario Andretti, just 1, but God, what great hair. The only way for most people to see the race as it happened was to see it on radio. Crowding around the portable at the Memorial Day picnic, shushing each other while announcers Sid Collins and later Paul Page described the action, became for millions a rite of late Middle American spring. Indeed, like most other things forbidden to the eye, the race in this accidental way gained a potent extra allure. To win the Indy 500 was a glorious, life-changing event that severely tested the winner's ability to handle money, media, and awe. The stakes for a driver are so high, in terms of money and prestige, that it heightens the danger. Sam Posey, who finished 5th in the 1972 Indy 500, once said, "There's never a moment that you relax at the Speedway, never a moment when you get past the possibility of something really insane happening. I mean, who cares if you win at Trenton?